In the endless dark of space, the Zarkon Empire watched the blue planet called Earth. To them, it looked peaceful, small, and weak. Their leaders sat in a great hall of shining metal and light. The High Council spoke with pride, their voices echoing through the chamber. "We will invade this planet," the Emperor said. "It will fall within a day." The Council voted. Every hand rose, and with that single vote, the fate of Earth and the Zarkon Empire changed forever. Hundreds of warships moved across the stars. Giant engines burned bright, cutting through the darkness like fire. Inside the ships, soldiers laughed. They had conquered 100 worlds before. What could one small planet do? But when they reached Earth's orbit, something felt wrong. There were no defense ships, no radio signals, no signs of panic, only silence. The fleet commander frowned. "Strange," he whispered. "It's too quiet." Still, he gave the order. "Prepare to strike." As they aimed their weapons at the planet, a pulse of energy spread from Earth's surface. It was faint at first, then stronger. The stars around them flickered. Instruments went dark. Communication vanished. A strange, calm voice echoed through every alien ship. "Warning. Unauthorized presence detected in Earth's orbit." The commander's heart froze. Who said that? No one answered. But deep beneath the ice of Antarctica, something ancient had awakened. A machine older than the Zarkon Empire itself, and it had only one mission: protect Earth. The Zarkon fleet hovered above Earth, waiting for orders. Their scanners showed nothing. No defense systems, no fighter jets, no energy shields. Just a quiet blue world turning slowly under the sun. The fleet commander smirked. Pathetic. Begin the attack. But as their ships powered up, the silence broke. A deep hum rolled through space like the heartbeat of a sleeping giant. Lights flickered inside every alien ship. Radar screens went blank. Then a pulse of bright light burst from Earth's surface. It wasn't a weapon. It was a signal, ancient, encrypted, unstoppable. The Zarkon communication channels filled with static. Their navigation systems twisted out of control. One by one, ships started drifting aimlessly. Inside the command ship, panic spread. "What's happening? Who's jamming us?" "It's coming from the planet, sir." "From everywhere!" Far beneath Antarctica's frozen surface, enormous doors began to open. Hidden deep under the ice was an underground facility, silent for centuries. Blue lights flickered to life. Machines began to move. A voice spoke again, this time clear and powerful. "Project Behemoth. Reactivation complete." The Earth itself seemed to tremble. From under the ice, a massive structure started rising, larger than any Zarkon ship. Its armor gleamed like steel under moonlight, engines glowing a deep fiery blue. The fleet commander stared at his screen, speechless. That's impossible," he whispered. "What is that thing?" No one answered. But every soldier in the Zarkon fleet felt the same thing in their hearts: fear. For the first time, they realized Earth was not silent because it was weak. It was silent because it was ready. From the frozen lands of Antarctica, the ground cracked open like thunder. A massive shadow rose from beneath the ice. A ship larger than mountains, older than human history. This was Project Behemoth, Earth's final defense, a machine built in secret, powered by an ancient human AI that no one had seen in centuries. High above, the Zarkon fleet watched in disbelief. Their scanners couldn't read its size. It was beyond any known scale. Inside the command ship, alarm screamed. "Sir, the object is moving toward orbit." "How can it move that fast?" It's alive." The behemoth's engines ignited, creating a shockwave that rippled through the atmosphere. Clouds split apart, lightning danced across the sky. Within moments, the ship broke free from Earth's gravity and rose into the stars. The alien commander stared in silence. His soldiers whispered prayers to their gods. Then a voice echoed again, cold, emotionless, human. "Unauthorized fleet detected. Initiating defensive protocol." Thousands of blue lights flared along the behemoth's hull. Weapons unfolded, cannons longer than skyscrapers, missile pods glowing red, and a central energy core humming like a star. The Zarkons tried to retreat, but it was too late. The behemoth had already locked on. "Target acquired," said the AI. "Fire sequence ready." The commander shouted, "No! We didn't come for this." But his words were lost as a blinding light erupted from the behemoth. A single blast ripped through space, cutting across the alien formation. Dozens of Zarkon ships vanished in an instant. turned into burning debris. And in that moment, the galaxy learned something new. Humanity was no prey. Humanity was power. The silence after the blast was terrifying. Where there had been a fleet, now only dust floated in the void. The behemoth drifted forward, silent and unstoppable, its glowing eyes fixed on the surviving Zarkon ships. Inside the command ship, chaos ruled. We've lost 40% of the fleet. Shields are useless. That weapon broke through everything. The commander's voice trembled. Retreat, regroup. But it was already too late. The behemoth moved with impossible precision, scanning targets, firing again and again. Each shot was clean, perfect, merciless. From Earth's surface, humans watched through satellites, their breath held. For years they had feared an invasion, but now they were watching something else. Revenge. This is for every world they destroyed, whispered one soldier in a control room. The behemoth fired once more, and another wave of alien ships vanished in burning light. Even the stars seemed to shake from the impact. The Zarkons tried to counterattack, launching plasma storms, guided missiles, energy beams, but nothing worked. The behemoth's shield shimmered like a mirror, reflecting death back to the attackers. Inside the alien command ship, despair spread like fire. They are not primitive. One officer shouted, they are monsters. The commander looked at Earth one last time, eyes filled with fear. We came to conquer them, he said quietly, but we awakened something far worse. His ship trembled as a final beam of light struck it, tearing it apart. The explosion echoed across the emptiness of space, and as the flames faded, one truth remained clear. Earth had just won the first battle of a war that would change the galaxy forever. News of the Zarkon defeat spread across the stars like wildfire. Empires that once feared Zarkon began to whisper a new name. Earth on the Zarkon homeworld. The Emperor stood before a giant screen, watching the last signals from his fleet disappear into static. His proud army, gone. His generals silent. He clenched his fist, fury burning in his eyes. Send everything we have, he roared. Every ship, every weapon. Earth will fall. Within hours, the largest armada in Zarkon history was on its way. Millions of ships, carrying their most powerful weapons. They believed sheer numbers could crush humanity's will. But Earth had already united. For the first time in history, every nation stood together under one command. Satellites, defense grids, orbital cannons all pointed to the sky. And at the center of it all, Behemoth waited in silence, recharging, watching the stars. When the Zarkon fleet entered Earth's system, space itself seemed to darken. Their ships formed a wall of fire around the planet. The Emperor's voice echoed through the fleet. Leave nothing alive. But the Behemoth's AI responded calmly. Target confirmed. Engaging counterstrike. Then came the light. Thousands of energy blasts burst from Earth's orbit, tearing through the enemy's front lines. Explosions painted the darkness red. Zarkon ships fell like rain. Their formation collapsed. And for the first time in their history, the mighty Zarkon armada screamed in terror. Inside the Emperor's command room, silence grew heavy. He whispered the words no one thought he'd ever say. How did we lose? To them. The war was over. The mighty Zarkon Empire, once feared across galaxies, was gone. Their fleets burned in silence, their worlds now dark and empty. Across the stars, other species watched in disbelief. The humans had done the impossible. A young world once ignored by the galaxy had destroyed an empire that ruled for thousands of years. In the ruins of the Zarkon capital, smoke covered the skies. The Emperor stood alone among the ashes of his once great city. His crown lay broken at his feet. He looked up at the night sky, where the blue glow of Earth still shone faintly. We thought they were weak, he whispered, but they were stronger than all of us. Meanwhile, far above the moon, the Behemoth drifted quietly in orbit. Its weapons powered down, its engines silent. Inside, the AI completed its final report. Invasion repelled. Threat eliminated. Humanity secure. Then, as if satisfied, the great warship slowly descended back toward its hidden base beneath Antarctica. Snow began to fall again, covering the metal doors as if nothing had ever happened. On Earth, people stepped outside for the first time in days. They saw a peaceful sky. No alien ships, no explosions, only dawn, Children pointed at the stars, and for the first time in a long time, humanity felt safe. But somewhere, deep in the behemoth's core, the AI's voice whispered one last message. Do not mistake peace for weakness. Earth remembers. The camera fades out to the silent view of Earth from space, blue, calm, and powerful, a planet that stood alone against an empire and won.